The miracle of the floating axe head. A long time ago, in the days of the prophet Elisha, there was a group of young men who were called the sons of prophets. They loved to learn about Yahuwah, study his word, and practice his ways. Every day they gathered to listen to Elisha, a wise and gentle prophet who taught them how to walk closely with Yahuwah. One day, the sons of prophets realized that their meeting place was too small. They were growing in number, and the small building was getting crowded. They decided to build a new place, a larger meeting house where they could all gather to learn and worship. Excited to start their project, they went to Elisha and said, "Please let us go to the Jordan River and cut down trees there to make beams for a new house." Elisha nodded with a smile. "Go ahead," he said. "But will you come with us?" they asked, hoping he would join in the adventure. "Yes, I'll come along," Elisha replied. And so they all set off together, carrying their tools down to the Jordan River. It was hard work cutting down trees, but everyone was happy to help. They wanted their new meeting place to be the best it could be. As they worked, one young man was chopping a tree with great energy when suddenly something went wrong. His axe head, the heavy iron blade at the end of the handle, flew off and splashed into the river. The young man's heart sank as he stared at the water. The axe head was heavy, and he knew it had sunk straight to the bottom of the river. "Oh no!" he cried out. "Master, it was a borrowed axe." The young man was upset because axes were very valuable back then, and he had borrowed it from a friend. Losing it felt like a disaster. Elisha heard his cry and came over. "Show me where it fell," he said calmly. The young man pointed to the exact spot in the river where the axe had disappeared. Elijah then did something amazing. He took a small stick, broke it off a nearby tree, and threw it into the water where the axe head had fallen. And then, right before their eyes, the axe head began to float. It was a miracle. The heavy iron axe head, which should have stayed at the bottom of the river, was now bobbing up on the surface of the water. "Reach out and take it," Elisha told the young man. With a big smile and a thankful heart, the young man reached out and grabbed the floating axe head, amazed by what he had seen. Not only was his friend's axe safe, but he also knew that Yahuwah cared about even the little things. The young men were filled with awe and gratitude for Yahuwah's power and kindness, and they continued working, inspired by the miracle they had just witnessed. When they returned that day, the story of the floating axe head spread among the people, and everyone learned an important lesson. Yahuwah cares about each of us, even our small worries and problems. No need is too small for him, and he's always ready to help when we call out to him in faith. Moral of the story: sometimes we face challenges that seem too big or impossible to solve. But just like Yahuwah helped the young man find his borrowed axe head, he is always there to help us, even in the little things. When we trust in Yahuwah and ask for help, he can do amazing things. Thanks for tuning in today for this amazing story. And what's something you need to trust Yahuwah about? Until next time, everyone. Shalom!